Welcome to the next episode of Decants with D. I am your host, Dietmar Ostermann, the regular guy from Long Island. Tonight, we are diving into the other big red grape, Pinot Noir. I'm going to give you tonight an introduction and an overview of all the wines and all the regions that grow the Pinot Noir grape and which ones you should be looking out to maybe drink. So Pinot Noir arguably first was grown in France as one of the other big French grapes. Worldwide, Pinot Noir, Cabernet Sauvignon are the two biggest grapes. We covered Cabernet plenty of times in other episodes. I am, as you know, a big fan of Cabernet wines. I typically drink less Pinot Noir, but Pinot Noirs are very elegant. They are medium body, they have more acidity, less tannins. So it's a wine that lends itself much more as a lighter wine for afternoon parties. It's summer for some summer dishes, like duck would be great, or lobster would be great, or with tuna would be great. So it's a tremendously popular grape. Now, of course, in France, you have the Burgundy region, world famous. Some of the most expensive wines are from the Pinot Noir grape in Burgundy. Names like Romani Conti, house numbers in terms of price. And they are grown in the Côte d'Or, in this Burgundy area from Dijon in the north and Lyon in the south. I have one of those right here. The Gevrey Chambertin from Louis Latour. It's a 2012, about $80 right now. Not gonna try this tonight with you because I'm gonna focus more on the North American Pinot Noir growers and the North American Pinot Noir regions because most of my audience is North American. So in North America, you have the most Pinot Noir in California. Over 40,000 acres are planted with Pinot Noir grape. It's not so much in the famous Napa Valley. That's much more Cabernet. It's much more in Sonoma, in Russian River, Alexander Valley, Santa Cruz Mountains, Santa Lucia Highlands, Los Caneros, Santa Maria Valley, and those kind of wine areas, both in Northern California as well as in the Middle and Southern California. But then you can also find the Pinot Noirs in Oregon. In fact, Oregon really made Pinot Noir famous in North America. And out of the four wines I'm going to taste tonight, two of them are from the legendary Willamette Valley in Oregon. So we have two Californian Pinot Noirs and two Oregon Pinot Noirs that I want to experience with you. Maybe before I get into these bottles, what we're expecting is much more a taste of raspberry, cherry, as opposed to blackberry or blackcurrant, which are much more the fruit flavors of the Cabernet grape. We are experiencing lighter color in the wine. The skin of the Pinot Noir grape is much thinner than the Cabernet grape, which is much thicker. And overall, lighter in alcohol, as I mentioned, more acidity, less tannins. No further ado, I have a Burgundy glass right here with a big opening. All right, I'm opening the first bottle, Latchkey Vineyard. Right here. Latchkey Vineyard, a 2016 Pinot Noir from Oregon Dundee Hills. And this one also is called Purple Hands from the Lecce Vineyard Pinot Noir Purple Hands. I have my Italian masterpiece of equipment, it never fails. Let me open this bottle quickly. Cork looks good. Corky. So a Pinot Noir you can drink young. You don't need to age it for a very long period of time. The French Burgundy, the French Pinot Noir, a Romanée-Conti, they are aged sometimes 10, 20, 30 years. They are the best wines considered to be in the world. But an American Pinot Noir from Oregon, I would drink it 2016, 2017, 2015. Right now, you can probably drink it up to 10 years old. That would be very typical. So let me pour a little bit. I typically, unless I have a very old one, do not decant it. The color of the wine. Beautiful burgundy color. It's not as dark of a red as the Cabernets, but it's colorful, it's clear. Almost see-through, but not entirely see-through. So very impressed by this. Some light legs indicating less alcohol content. Let's see, 13.5%, that's less for red wine. Let's give it a sniffy sniff. Overall, I would say very elegant flavors, very elegant aromas. Shaking a little bit more in the big glass for a Burgundy, a Pinot Noir. You want to have as big of a glass as you can get. And now, let's give it a whirl. Beautiful. It's very light. It's a good afternoon drinking wine. Totally ready right now for the 2016. Very elegant. Has a fruity character on the palate. Very balanced. Not too much acidity, but acidity, no tannins. Great wine. Yeah, perfect. So let me see. In Vivino, the Latchkey, rated 4.4 out of 5.0, a legendary score. This 2016 Purple Hands from Latchkey Vineyards is available for $48. One other thought on this. Typically, even a very, very good American Pinot Noir from some of the best California vineyards or the best Oregon vineyards are a good $10, $20, $30 less than a Cabernet. Same in a restaurant. If you order a wine and you don't want to spend $150, price 100% up on a Cabernet, if you order a Pinot Noir, you probably get out of the restaurant with $75, $80 on your wine bill. Okay, second wine. This contester is Murphy Good, a California Pinot Noir, 2016, scored 3.8 only at Vivino, so a little bit less. 3.8 is still a very good score. $17, ladies and gentlemen, $17 for this Pinot Noir. Okay, this one has a screw top. No problem. Screw top is a problem if you have a wine that's want to age for 10 years. That doesn't go very well. But if you're drinking it in 2, 3, 4 years, screw top is just fine. Pour a little bit in the glass to pour it out. Get the taste and the smell of the old wine out, and put a new wine in. The Murphy Good. Okay. I'm looking at the color, not as dark as the Latchkey Vineyard, see-through, so it doesn't have as much substance or body. Bud legs, I'm thinking 13.5, 14% alcohol. Okay, sniffy sniff. Earth, Not as fruity of a smell of aromas as the latchkey, but overall pleasant. Let's give it a whirl. Also very good. Can't say anything bad about this one. Again, an afternoon wine for me. Yes, with dinner, goes very well with a lobster for sure, or a tuna. Yes, I can see me drinking this with a duck. Some acidity spikes on the tongue. So overall, while I gave the latchkey in my own rating a 4.5, I think I would give this one a 3.5 on Vivino. Still a very strong contender, and obviously less than half the money. Okay, contestant number 3. This one I'm very excited to try. I've never tried this before. I just got this in a few days ago. It's a roar! Roar!
Roar.
Pinot Noir from Santa Lucia Highlands in California. Beautiful bottle with a red apron up on top. Okay, let's pour out the old wine. In goes the new. Oh, a little bit more. Okay, color-wise, in between the first two. Medium burgundy red. Not as dark as the latchkey, not as light as the Murphy Good. I see stronger legs, probably more alcohol content. 14.8%, didn't I tell you? Good looking wine. Sniffy sniff. Very undertone fruity only. Vanilla, I would say, is in here too. Okay. Let's give it a whirl. Very elegant, juicy, right amount of acidity, filling out your mouth, the entire mouth. No tannins, but taking over the mouth in a heartbeat. Beautiful wine, very pleased with that. Definitely also in my book a 4.5. Let's see what Vivino does. Vivino scores the roar 4.4. $43. $43, 4.4. I give it a 4.5. Last contestant, Cockal. Last contestant is the Colleen Clements. Pinot Noir, again from Oregon. Second contestant from Oregon. This one is from the Chehalem Mountains in Oregon. 2016, good looking, heavy, dark bottle. Let's flush out the glass. Let's get a little bit more for me to taste. Dark, ruby, burgundy, red. This is the best color of all of them. And then we have some strong legs. Let's see what the alcohol content is, 14%. So a little bit less than the roar. Very good looking, okay. Sniffy sniff. A little bit of cherry, overall very pleasant. Probably not as great in the aroma as the latchkey. I think the latchkey was the best aroma when first smelling the wine. Oh my God, the legs coming down here, beautiful. This is a great wine. Okay, let's give it a whirl. Elegant, but does have an acidity bite to it. Cherry. Not as well balanced as the roar, not as well balanced as the latchkey. So my sequence is clear. Executive decision between the two 4.5s. I'm going to give the Roar the highest marks, maybe 4.6. Latchkey 4.5. I'd say the Murphy Good is a 3.5, and this one comes in here as a 3.8. That's my sequence, ladies and gentlemen. So my order is clear. Highly recommend, particularly these two. Ladies and gentlemen, try those. You will not be disappointed. Try to get them. They are excellent. One is California, one is Oregon. Okay, this is it every Sunday. And if you like this show, click that button, click it, like it, and over here, subscribe it. I see you next time.